Okay, good morning, everybody. I'm sorry for the delay. I was having some difficulty live streaming. This is Dr. Raj Gupta. I am the author of The Wellness Center Solution and From Health Club to Healthcare. I'm a national speaker, I'm an expert in wellness, national consultant, and most importantly, creator and founder of Soul Focus Wellness Center and now Soul Focus TV. Welcome to another episode of the Soul Focus. That's me. And today's episode, fight for your optimism. So I look forward to any questions. It doesn't look like I have the panel on the side, but I look forward to the Q&A today. What do I mean when I say fight for your optimism? Hanging out with a lot of people, there's a lot of doom and gloom out there right now, and understandably so. We feel vulnerable, and I get that. There's a pandemic going on, but worrying, unnecessary worrying, causes a hormonal imbalance due to too much secretion of cortisol. Cortisol is responsible for your energy levels. Cortisol is responsible for your sleep. And other hormones are responsible for your well being, your mental well being. So I get it. We feel vulnerable, but there's nothing to fear but fear itself. We will get through this. Heart disease last year killed 650,000 people. Cancer, 600,000 people. Um, Accidental deaths caused 170,000 people to die last year. Now, I understand coronavirus is at 161,000 and we're only in April, and that's not good news. But the fact of the matter is that life is a blessing, and every you must live every day like it's your last. It may be. You can get walk outside and get run over by a bus. Accidental deaths accounted for 170,000 deaths last year. By the way, the opioid epidemic accounted for 65,000 deaths last year. Um, funny, we call it an epidemic. Why do we call it an epidemic and not a pandemic? And this is very interesting to me, especially because of what I do for a living, which is preventative healthcare. An epidemic affects a region, an area, or a country. A pandemic reaches several countries or continents. So the opioid epidemic, being called an epidemic, means really it only affects Americans. And that drives me nutso because we account for 1/5 of the world's population. But we now take, used to be 50% of the world's populations in medication we took as Americans, now it's 60%. 60% of all medication made in the world. And again, we make up 1/5 of the population. So that is why the opioid epidemic is labeled an epidemic and not a pandemic. A pandemic is an epidemic with a passport that travels and goes to other countries and continents. And this is a pandemic. But we've survived the Spanish flu, AIDS, Zika virus, SARS, swine flu, Ebola. Um, we'll get through this. We'll get through this, slow but sure. Now, should you be scared? I mean, listen, it's fearful as to what's going on. I've never seen our entire country shut down like it has. And it's just because of the spread of the virus and how quickly it is spreading. Um, should you be worried? I mean, if you are over the age of 65, more than 75% of the people that have died from coronavirus were over the age of 65. And if you have comorbidities like heart disease, diabetes, hypertension, uh, any kind of respiratory problems, then yes, I would definitely take heed, take caution, and wait until this flattens out and then goes away. Or will it ever go away? I don't know. Coronavirus has been around since the 60s. Of course, this is the 19th strain of it, Corona 19. Um, I think we'll get in front of this as we have been able to get in front of everything else. So don't worry. You know, I'm always preaching dream as a methodology, as a philosophy of life, and balancing these five aspects of life. I feel that you could achieve your optimum health and wellness and energy levels, and that, of course, stands for diet, rest, exercise, adjustments, as I am a chiropractor, and mental attitude. So, the mental attitude, is where all this worry and optimism or lack thereof could really hurt you. You know, so is it beneficial to your health to be an optimist? It is. You know, so what I would do and what I am doing, you know, just before I went on live and had some difficulties technically live streaming, I was looking out the window here, and my neighbors across the street have two horses that were out enjoying and basking in the sun. Um, and I enjoyed it. Enjoy smelling the roses. I'm doing things, you know, I'm a person that's running and burning the candle at both ends at all times. And now I'm still very busy. I don't have time to really mess around, but I am smelling the roses more. And I think that it's important that we take this time to understand what's important in life to us, reprioritize, thinking about our family, our what we're so grateful to be having. So, an attitude of gratitude during these times. What you think about, you bring about. So, if it's only negative, so you must stay off the news, the media channels and networks. And I get it. I get it. You know, you want to stay informed, as do I. But now I have limited myself to one website where I'm able to get information as to what's going on with coronavirus. I check it every morning. Most importantly, I'm checking to see if we are flattening the curve to get an estimation as to when we can all return to normal life. And I think a lot of us um, are realizing what we may have taken for granted for many, many years, and our ability to go outside and eat in open air forums and restaurants and movie theaters and being at concerts. You know, we took that for granted. Sporting events, and I think we'll get back there, but it's definitely going to be a new world. Um, but we must remain positive and optimistic. Um, you know, I posted on my LinkedIn page, and you know, you see so many people rising to the occasion to spread that positivity in light of what's going on. That's why we developed Soul Focus TV, so we can keep in touch with our Soul Focus family and others, and reach out and get new followers to spread that optimism, to spread dream. And we speak about diet and rest. We have a cooking show. Um, all healthy snacks, snacks and skates. We have nutritional counseling with Coach Tom. We have exercise boot camps. We have Zumba. We have yoga. Just meditation. Great stuff. And this all has come about because of our isolation, our quarantine because of coronavirus. So again, necessity is the mother of invention, and what I'm doing in life is pivoting, as all of my optimistic colleagues and friends and family are. Um, you know, so you got to get out of the doom and gloom. Optimists live longer. They have increased function of their immune system. Uh, they cope better with stress, and they even have healthier babies. So optimism is the way to go. No, I'm so sorry because typically there's a panel that opens up. Let's see if I could find that. Because I don't know if there are people out there that are posting questions. If so, I don't see them. And I'd like this to be more interactive where I could speak to people about how to attain their health and wellness and how to optimize their immune system so that they are less predisposed for this virus and other diseases. Preventative healthcare, utilizing the dream philosophy, is where I have always been. So, again, the only thing to fear is fear itself. So, here's a question. Can a pessimist, someone who's always seeing the glass as half full or half empty rather, become an optimist where they see that glass as half full? So studies have shown that being optimistic has many beneficial health effects, but they also shown that being pessimistic can also have a negative effect on your health. So the question is can a pessimist become an optimist? Well, the jury's still out and they're doing research, but I'm optimistic. I'm optimistic that a pessimist can become optimistic. So this is Dr. Raj telling you that and giving you ideas on how to boost your immune system and stay healthy for now during this crisis and forever. And that is dream, diet, rest, exercise, adjustments, and mental attitude. Other things that you can do right now to boost your immune system include nutrition IVs, which we have been doing about 20 to 30 a week for patients. Takes 20 or 30 minutes. It's all vitamins. It's B1, B2, B3, B5, B6, B12, calcium, magnesium, vitamin C, that goes directly into your bloodstream. So I had a great question. Why, Dr. Raj, would you not just take regular supplements? And I am not saying not to, because I continue to do so. But the benefits of the nutrition IV goes right into your bloodstream. So when you're taking supplementation in capsule form or even powder form, it first needs to be digested and absorbed before it's absorbed into your bloodstream. So taking an IV directly into your bloodstream skips a step where you don't have to digest it and it goes directly into your bloodstream for immediate use. It's great stuff. So, other questions were how often can I get an IV nutrition drip? And you can get one up to twice a week. Once a week is sufficient. Insurance companies are paying for the IV drips once every 2 weeks. Um, and this is a great way to boost your immune system. Also, we've been selling these immune boosting kits, all vitamins, minerals, some sprays, great stuff, all antioxidant, immune boosting, supplementation. And, I feel it's the last thing I do before I leave the house in the morning. And the first thing I do when I get back after showering, I take my vitamins and minerals and sprays to help combat this virus if should I come in contact with it, and to keep my immune system strong so it could fight it off should I come in contact with it. Those kits are available on our website. Um, and I strongly suggest that people research and start doing the things that boost their immune system that you may not have taken advantage of in the past, but very, very important. So, not even diet, rest, exercise, adjustments, and mental attitude, but you must supplement your diet with supplementation, vitamins and minerals. So, 85% of the Americans' diet is processed foods. And as a result, we get our macronutrients, but we do not get our micronutrients. So, we all need to supplement our diet with supplementation, where our parents, well, probably our parents, but our grandparents did not have to, great grandparents, they got it out of the food that they ate. But again, this turn towards processed foods in this country for the last several decades has had negative health effects on Americans. So, in the absence of questions, I apologize. I had some difficulty getting on today. I had some difficulty looking at the panel. It's not there. So, if you have tuned in and have questions, my apologies. Please email me at Dr. Raj, that's DRRAJ, at soulfocus, SOULFOCUS.com. Again, Dr. Raj at soulfocus.com. I'm happy to answer any of your questions. So this is Dr. Raj reminding you to remain and fight for your optimism. Never, ever, ever, ever give up. This has been Dr. Raj with another episode of The Soul of Soul Focus. We'll see you next week.